Hey there, Aquarius. It's Jen here. I'm doing your mid-November reading. Whoops. Sorry, that's my alarm to bring my son to school, but it's election day and he doesn't have school. Okay, so we're doing a mid-November reading for Aquarius. I did a little bit of meditating first, so I'm just going to give you a few of the messages that came through. And this is interesting. It's interesting. I'm not sure I know exactly what it means, but for Taurus, this theme came up, something to do with handwriting. And for Taurus, it's so bizarre, but this did happen to me, changing your signature. For you guys, it came up more like handwriting. So perhaps, it could have something to do with font. Maybe you work in something media or communications where you're trying to figure out the best font and look for something. You're getting married and it's for some sort of invitation. It could be anything. Calligraphy. But then I also got something like handwriting analysis and forgery. So just a caution to make sure that you check your credit report for identity theft and your bank accounts to make sure nothing funny is going on. It could also be some sort of detective work, or someone could be forging signatures, checks and things. I still have checks that I use every once in a while, something like that. I see some of you really leaning into the holidays, putting up lights with the intention of brightening someone else's day, not only obviously your own, but and doing that somewhat early this year because of everything that's going on. I see some of you wanting, if you don't already ski or board, wanting to do that or go maybe rent a cabin somewhere where it's wintry, or a ski resort or something that you're planning this year, even if it's not something you've done, in the past, like renting a condo at a ski resort or something like that. Then I saw elephant. Just saw an elephant. So to me, I was like, Africa, and I'm like, well, Asia also has elephants, and zoos have elephants. But I also saw a rhino. So I don't know if some of you have a connection to Africa, or had been planning to go to Africa. Also, perhaps because a lot of travel's been on hold, and if you've been fortunate enough to maintain your job and such, maybe you're going to be able to save money and go on a big trip. So if you don't already live where it's convenient to travel to someplace like Africa or Asia, specifically Southeast Asia is coming up, you may say, hey, when we can finally travel, we're doing the safari. We're going to Thailand or Bali. We're going all out. We're going, go big or go home. You may have prophetic dreams or thoughts, and this is where Aquarius is shines. You may intuit or almost prophetically anticipate a need and create an invention, or just know that something's going to be required, and it may not even be, it may just almost be like, I'm gonna grab such and such. I don't even know. Almost as an afterthought, I'm just gonna grab this and put it in my car. Or I'm just gonna pack this. Or what if we, it would be different for anyone. I don't want to give too specific examples you have to go with whatever comes up in your mind. But it's some way you're going to anticipate a need that isn't yet obvious, which is, again, Aquarius's superpower. So onto the cards. At the bottom of the deck is the Two of Cups. Forget that came out for Aries, I believe. So I don't know if you have an Aries connection or the time of Aries, which is end of March into April. The Two of Cups is coming together with someone in an emotionally supportive relationship. So this is the ultimate love card of the tarot deck. Can be business partners, doesn't always have to be romantic, could be a friendship, any sort of connection where you feel emotionally supportive and kind, and there's a kindness and an affection for someone that may or may not be romantic, but it definitely can indicate a romance budding under the surface. So if you've been around someone that you're kind of um, maybe have some feelings for, you may even neither one of you or both of you may not quite be ready to admit it yet, but it's starting to bubble up. It's starting to come. If it's not already happening, it's starting to bubble up to the surface, and you may be like, oh, I don't know, I don't want to get into a relationship. You may be trying to be in denial, but I don't think, I think it's inevitable that it will come up. Could be with a water sign. We also are in the sign of Scorpio until about the 22nd. I think we go into Sag of November. Oh, look at that. So we have the Two of Pentacles in the middle here. So someone could be juggling two people. We have a water sign and a fire sign here. So, or around that time of the 22nd, when we go from Scorpio into Sag, there could be a transition. I hate to say this, but someone could be seeing two people or dating. It doesn't necessarily mean they're cheating. But if you haven't had the conversation with someone about whether you're exclusive or not, then they could still be dating someone, because that's just, the way it goes. Interesting. One of these is, yeah, there could be two things going on here, to a decision that needs to be made in matters of the heart. All right, let me see if that just came out so strongly that I'm now I need to sort of shake my head and see what other messages I'm going, because that obviously they'll only apply to a small number of Aquarians. So we have the Two of Pentacles and the Two of Cups. Okay, so I would say a decision is required. Where are you going to put your energy into something? So this can apply not only to relationships, but for example, if you're working full, you have a quote unquote real job, but you also have a side job like my YouTube channel or something, maybe they're both pretty busy, and maybe you're getting to the point where you think, I don't think this is sustainable, and maybe you're trying to figure out how to, you want to pick the one. Yes, you have to be smart and pick the one that can support you, but you also have to pick the one that your heart's in and that you're passionate about, and see if maybe you can find a way to start transitioning to the one that is most near and dear to your heart, the thing that you doesn't feel like work, you want to do anyway, but we only have so much energy. So even something you love to do can feel a little bit of a burden, because we have to sleep, we have to feed ourselves, the humans need to rest, right? And you can't burn the candle at both ends without making something that could be really enjoyable somewhat exhausting. So when the Two of Pentacles comes out, for me, it's really the grind of everyday life. The get up, get ready, get the kids ready if you have kids, let the dog out, go to work, grocery shop, clean, pay the bills, try to exercise, just cook all the laundry, the mundane things. It also can point to carrying burdens and juggling and dealing with things that maybe aren't necessarily yours to deal with. And that's a way to lessen that feeling of either speaking up if you have a partner and asking them for help, and or letting go of some things that really are not a priority and thinking, is it really do I have to be on the PTA? Do I have to make homemade shit every time my kid has a something at school? Can I just buy some? You know what I mean? Like, let's really think about things and where maybe am I being a little extra, and where can I just calm down and lighten my load so I'm not wearing myself out. So those are your messages, Aquarius. I'm going to stop there, and I hope you have a great November, and take good care. Bye.